What's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. George Benson made a song in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. Love the song. It's called Masquerade. Y'all need to check it out. Real good song, man. Another masquerade. Y'all need to listen to that song. That's, one of my all-time favorites. But could this whole LeBron James thing for the last 17 years have been a masquerade? It sure seems that way. LeBron James' name is probably all but out of playoff contention, but I'm gonna talk about the flip side of them being out of playoff contention damn near. I said this before, and I asked if we talk about it. And most of, the feedback that I got on the Let's Talk About It is LeBron James overrated. It was good feedback, but of course you had the LeBron James apologists. They got all mad, or should I say mad tight, as they say in New York, about the situation. Some of them started talking shit. What you calling me out of my name for over LeBron James, man? Over a nigga you don't know, man. But it is what it is. I accept that, man. Some people take it too personal, just like I said about, how Paulie Malignaggi taking the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury thing a little too personal. But I understand we all get emotionally invested in certain things or certain people. So, it's understandable, but sometimes you got to know when to fall back. You know what I'm saying? But you really seeing, LeBron James, you really getting to critique his metal, his heart, everything, now that he playing in LA. And I don't want to hear that shit about he don't got no help and all that type of shit. He is the help. When they win, he get all the credit. You hear people saying how good he is and, getting called Goat James and all that type of shit. So you have to take the good with the bad. And see, that's the problem that a lot of LeBron James fans don't like to do. They only take the good, but then they dismiss the bad. And we've been asking this question, the whole time this year. Is LeBron James overrated? And it looked like the answer is yes. Now, like I said before, he's a hell of a player, but he just, look, man, it's like Big Mike say, y'all can't expect this dude to turn into Michael Jordan at this stage in his career. He would already have done it by now. LeBron James is 34 years old. It is into his 17th year in the NBA. 17 years, man. 17 seasons, man. Okay? Man got a lot of wear and tear on him. So, for real. You guys can't be serious when you think, oh, well, he gonna all of a sudden become Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or somebody like that. Let's just cut the shit, man. You really starting to see LeBron James metal, man, since he been playing in the West Coast. And this is why a lot of times people thought LeBron James didn't want to come to the West Coast. Because I think he would still have the numbers, but I don't think he would have no rings. And LeBron James just caught teams at a good time. Basically Ray Allen bailed him out against the Spurs. The Thunder, they just wasn't ready yet. And Dallas was a veteran team, And then we all know what happened with the Golden State Warriors. No need to basically go into that. So you just looking at all of the technicalities and the shit that went LeBron's way that helped him get to championship status. You just wonder, okay, where would his career have been if he played in the West? I think LeBron James was the beneficiary of playing in the weak East. And we all know the East was weak. So now you seeing what LeBron is really made out of. And yes, he is in his 17th season, but hey, you heard this about Kobe. Like I said, see, this is where you don't want to take the good with the bad. You want to say he's lost a step and all this type of shit. And probably so. He probably so. But would he still had became LeBron James as we know he is today if he had played in the West? That's a question that we legitimately have to ask. I mean, can we have a real conversation about LeBron James? It just seems like it just seems like everything is being revealed about him. You know, like I said, we respect him to the fullest off the court, but on the court, it's just certain things about him that's missing, and it's been missing. It just ain't there. He just like, you know what I'm saying? He's sort of like, you know what I'm saying? How do I describe the situation with LeBron? He always missing something. You know, it's a missing ingredient with LeBron that you just can't put in him to make him somebody else. You just got to take what you had with him. And I just see that, man. And I've been seeing this for a while. And, you know, when you say certain shit about LeBron James, people get angry and shit. Because, and I think a lot of it is because of the media, how they babied him to a certain degree. To where he's never, you know what I'm saying, where he doesn't get the blame for anything that goes wrong. It's everybody else's fault. Oh, well, so-and-so fucked up. He did this, he did that. But then when he wins, see what I mean? LeBron James is the greatest, you know what I'm saying? And I get kind of tired of the media, you know, doing this with him, where they want, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it ain't about the team, it ain't about other teams winning the championship. It's just because they want him to win. They don't want no other team to be competitive when it comes to him. They want him to always have a clear path to winning championships. They want everything to come easy to him. That's why they tried their hardest for the last year to cause a rift between Golden State Warrior players so they can get Kevin Durant out of there. And I'm going to tell you something else. I told you it's a lot of pros and cons in playing with LeBron James. I do not think everybody is lined up to play with LeBron James. And I think people are seeing it now. I don't think people are going to be beating down doors to play with LeBron James, based off what they're seeing now. LeBron can't seem to get it done. And like I said, we're not hearing that shit about, you know, we're not hearing that shit about he don't have any help and shit. We're not hearing that anymore, because that was the key excuse that a lot of LeBron James, you know, apologists used to use. Oh, he doesn't have any help. He doesn't have any help. Look who he has on that team. But then when he goes to the finals, then you know, see, this is why he's the GOAT. Win or lose, he's the GOAT. I mean, y'all can't do that shit. And y'all say win or lose when he's winning, but when he loses, he don't have any help. I've been hearing this crap for just far too long. And I'm to the point I don't want to hear that shit no more. This shit is just like the completely played out. LeBron just ain't who we thought he was, you know what I'm saying, or who the media created him to be. They wanted somebody so bad, and this is the honest to God truth. They wanted somebody so bad to carry the league, to where they saw this kid out of Akron, Ohio, who was like the top basketball player in pretty much in the country at that time. They drafted him out of high school. They put him in the NBA, and they wanted him so bad to be the heir apparent to Michael Jordan, but he didn't have it in him. They wanted a replacement for Michael Jordan so bad. And see, this is the problem with the NBA. This is what the problem with the NBA right now, where they tried to build the league around one person. And you would have thought that David Stern learned after Michael Jordan. because that was the problem. The league for a long time until LeBron James came around, they was suffering post Michael Jordan. And then Michael Jordan came back for a short time. And then we had, well, what we have now. And then he left. And then they basically wanted to give the mantle to LeBron James, even though at the time you can make an argument that Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league, or one of the best players in the league. But for some reason, they didn't want Kobe to be the guy to take over for Michael Jordan. They basically pushed LeBron James in front of Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant, you would think, should have been one of the dudes that was carrying the league. And that was funny. Even after Jordan left, to a certain degree, Kobe Bryant's greatness suffered because people just couldn't get past MJ being gone. And people, just kept. And then when Michael Jordan had one last hurrah, and he didn't look like the Michael Jordan of the, early 90s, late 90s. He looked every bit as 39, 40. People were shocked. And I kept saying that one dude should carry the league. You know what I'm saying? The league had a gang of stars, post Michael Jordan. You had Allen Iverson, you had all these dudes. You had Tim Duncan, you had Shaq, you had Kobe Bryant, but then they didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? They kept talking about when was the next Michael Jordan. Instead of people focusing on what we had after Michael Jordan, everybody was worried about who's going to be the heir apparent to Michael Jordan. Man, that was an epic mistake by the NBA. So then, like I said, LeBron James comes along, and all they do from when he's drafted to now, they make the league about Michael Jordan. LeBron James. He never was Michael Jordan to begin with. He never was. And I'm going to tell you now, when LeBron calls it, you know what I'm saying? When LeBron James calls it a career, the league must not do that anymore. They must not center the league around one particular person. They should not have one dude that they claim is the best player in the league. And now it's just showing LeBron James was never. Now, I'm sorry. And I'm seeing it more than ever now. LeBron James was never the best player in the league. Post Michael Jordan, post Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? While these dudes were playing, he was never the best player in the league. He was somebody that the media anointed to be the best player in the league. You know what I'm saying? And it backfired. And now that he's on another team, people are seeing it now. And now that he's playing in the Western Conference, people are seeing it now. And a lot of people are starting to, you know what I'm saying, wake up from it. From the myth that LeBron James is the best player in the league. He never was. You know. What, for real, I know LeBron was a good passer and a dude that could get triple doubles, but was he ever the best scorer in the league? LeBron James only led the league in scoring like once. Once. He only won the scoring title once. Okay? I think it was his third or fourth year, he averaged like 31 points a game, something like that. I'm sure my stat people will look it up. LeBron James only won the scoring title one time. How many times have he won Defensive Player of the Year? Not to my knowledge, none. Okay, yeah, he's been to a shitload of, he's like a 16-time All-Star, whatever the case may be. That's fine. That's a great accomplishment. And I keep telling you the key thing, why LeBron James ain't never going to be Michael Jordan. And people keep thinking this ain't a big deal, but I always said that, and I said this on several occasions, and it should always be held against him, because LeBron refused to compete in a slam dunk contest. All the great players did it. Kobe Bryant did it and won. Michael Jordan did it and won. And they would beg LeBron James to do it. And he would refuse to do it. And people can say, oh, that's not important. No, it is important. You are supposed to be the ambassador. You're supposed to be the dude. It was your duty to do it. And I remember when me and Ticket talked about this, and that when his career is over, people are going to bring that up. And of course, you would get the LeBron James apology. He does so much outside of the community. He doesn't have to protect. What the fuck do that got to do with him competing in the slam dunk contest? Nothing. And that's what I'm saying. This is why this shit is going to haunt him for so long, because he refused to do it. This was important. People say All-Star Weekend ain't a big. It is a big deal. You look at all the people that participated in the slam dunk. Like I said, back in the day, some of the all-time greats did it. Dominique did it. Michael Jordan did it. Kobe Bryant did it. Kobe Bryant won it. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant won it. Michael Jordan won it, I think, 2 times. Now, some people say that Dominique should have won, but, you know, whatever. But this is what I'm talking about. And me and Ticket used to talk about that for a while. Like, why won't this dude just do it? But now it's too late now. You in year 16. No, year 17. And not one fucking dunk contest. And they would have fixed it to where LeBron James would have won. You know they would have fixed it to where he would have won. And like I said, he refused to do it. They offered him, I think the league offered him $1 million to do it, and he refused to do it. And like I said, I'm going to hold that against LeBron James from whenever he calls it a day. So, and that's one of the things, like I said, that's lacking about LeBron. See, the reason why he didn't do a slam dunk contest, because the spotlight would have been clearly on him. Nobody to blame if he misses a dunk or he doesn't look good doing a dunk. But then this dude to be doing, behind the back, between the leg dunks and shit in warm-ups. And people say, hey, LeBron, why won't you enter the slam dunk contest? And like I say, now you just start to look at everything. Everything is being put in the forefront about LeBron James. His whole fucking entire career since this Laker thing jumped off. You seeing everything now. And like I said, I know somebody gonna make a video, excusing LeBron James, because like I said, with LeBron James fans, they try to find somebody else to blame for his failures. So I'm expecting that to happen. But anyway, this is your boy Town Business, man. I'm out. Thank you for listening to the video.